In the whirlwind of our daily routines, where each day seems to blend into the next, it's the small, seemingly insignificant habits that hold the potential to reshape our entire lives. Stoic philosophy, with its deep focus on self-discipline and resilience, teaches us that greatness doesn't arise from grand gestures, but through the steady, quiet consistency of everyday actions. Today, we reveal 5 of these habits that, though small, carry immense power to transform your life. From the moment you open your eyes in the morning to the final thought before sleep, these practices have the potential to elevate the ordinary into the extraordinary, leading you toward a life of deeper fulfillment and tranquility. Let's explore these transformative habits and discover how, by embracing Stoic wisdom, we can cultivate a life rich in purpose and peace. If you find value in the insights and guidance we're sharing, one small favor you can offer us is by hitting the subscribe button. And please stay tuned throughout the entire video so you can fully absorb every meaningful lesson we delve into together. Let's dive in. In the serene pursuit of a Stoic life, morning meditation emerges not merely as a practice, but as a cornerstone ritual, deeply rooted in the philosophy's call for clarity, mindfulness, and self-control. Stoicism, an ancient school of thought that champions self-discipline and fortitude as tools to conquer negative emotions, advocates living a virtuous life aligned with reason. Morning meditation, therefore, serves not just as a peaceful start to the day, but as a powerful alignment of the mind with Stoic values, of wisdom and inner calm. Imagine beginning each day, not in a rush of stress, or scrambling to meet the demands of life, but with a moment of tranquil reflection, a space where your mind is set to embrace calmness and tackle the challenges of the day with a composed spirit. This practice is rooted in the Stoic principle of focusing on what lies within our control, our thoughts and reactions. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor and philosopher, emphasized the importance of preparing the mind each morning to face the world with courage and serenity. He practiced what is often seen as a form of reflective journaling in his work Meditations, where he reinforced his Stoic beliefs. In your morning meditation, you're invited to sit in stillness, perhaps at dawn, when the world is quiet and your mind is free from the distractions of the day. In this solitude, focus on your breathing, observe your thoughts without attaching judgment to them, and gently guide your mind toward what is within your control, your actions and responses. This practice isn't about escaping from the world, but about preparing to engage with it more fully. You might also reflect on a Stoic virtue like temperance or justice, considering how you can embody these principles as you move through your day. Stoics would periodically remind themselves that nothing they own is truly theirs to cling to, a perspective that can profoundly shift how we emotionally respond to loss or deprivation. By practicing negative visualization, you're essentially preparing yourself for potential challenges. For instance, imagine losing a prized possession or going through a day without modern conveniences like your smartphone or car. How would you adapt? What inner strengths would you rely on? Reflecting on these scenarios shifts your mindset from taking daily comforts for granted to recognizing their temporary nature. This contemplation isn't about dwelling on the negative, but about embracing life's impermanence. As a source of strength, this practice also closely aligns with another Stoic principle, the dichotomy of control, which teaches us to differentiate between what we can and cannot influence. By mentally simulating loss, you focus on strengthening your internal responses, which are within your control, rather than external circumstances, which are not. This mental resilience, honed through negative visualization, helps you remain calm and composed, when facing real-world difficulties. Moreover, negative visualization amplifies gratitude. It not only helps you appreciate what you have now, but also nurtures a deeper sense of presence. Each moment becomes more meaningful when you acknowledge that it may not last forever. This Stoic habit fosters a richer, more engaged experience of life's fleeting moments, and paradoxically, it can lead to greater happiness and a deeper appreciation for life as it is, not as we fear it may end. To integrate negative visualization into your daily life, start with just a few minutes of reflection. Consider how your life might change without some of the things you often take for granted: your health, your home, or your relationships. Reflect on how you would feel, how you would cope, and how you might move forward. This practice isn't about inducing fear or sadness, but rather about preparing yourself to face life's inevitable changes with grace and resilience. Negative visualization, therefore, isn't a practice rooted in despair, but a transformative Stoic technique that fosters strength, gratitude, and emotional balance. It teaches us that by contemplating the transient nature of everything we value, we can live more fully, love more deeply, and embrace the present moment with openness. This habit is a deeply Stoic practice that aligns with the philosophy's focus on living purposefully and ethically. It encourages us to make choices that reflect our values, prompting us to consider not only our needs and desires, but also the broader impact of our decisions on the world around us. In Stoicism, this approach is grounded in the virtue of temperance, which emphasizes moderation in all areas of life and the mindful use of resources. The Stoics stress the importance of self-control and wisdom in managing our lives and possessions. By practicing conscious consumption, we embody these principles, ensuring that our choices and habits not only enhance our well-being, but also contribute positively to the world around us. This practice involves pausing to reflect on our true necessities before acting on impulses to buy or consume. It's about questioning whether our consumption habits are essential and beneficial, or simply driven by external pressures and fleeting desires. Mindful consumption is not only about what we acquire, but also about how and why we obtain it. It extends to every aspect of life, from food and clothing to technology, and even media intake. By choosing products that are ethically sourced, environmentally responsible, and genuinely necessary, we make a conscious decision to promote sustainability and fairness in the marketplace. This approach challenges the modern tendency toward overindulgence and waste, encouraging a more thoughtful and less materialistic lifestyle. Consider a situation many of us encounter: the decision to buy a new smartphone. In a world where tech companies release new models every year, the temptation to upgrade can feel irresistible. However, mindful consumption urges us to assess this decision carefully. Do we truly need a new phone, or are we being influenced by marketing and the lure of the latest features? Could our money be put to better use, or could we extend the life of our current device through repairs? This everyday example demonstrates how Stoic principles can be practically applied, encouraging us to act with reason and responsibility, rather than impulsiveness and wastefulness. By adopting mindful consumption, we also engage with the Stoic idea of sufficiency. Stoicism teaches that true contentment stems from within, not from material belongings. By focusing on what genuinely meets our needs, instead of constantly seeking more, we can find greater satisfaction and peace. This mindset helps us resist societal pressures to endlessly accumulate and hoard, allowing us to lead a life rooted in simplicity and authenticity. Mindful consumption is a transformative habit that aligns with the Stoic aim of living a virtuous, meaningful life. It empowers us to make decisions that benefit both ourselves and the planet, reflecting our core values in our daily actions. Through this practice, we not only contribute to a more sustainable world, but also cultivate personal virtues like self-discipline and wisdom, traits that are central to Stoic philosophy. As we conclude our exploration of Stoic habits, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've undertaken together. Stoicism, with its profound teachings on resilience, mindfulness, and virtue, offers not just a philosophy, but a practical guide to leading a richer, more purposeful life. By incorporating Stoic practices into our daily lives, we have found ways to nurture calmness, strengthen our character, and deepen our appreciation for the world around us. The habits we've discussed are more than just routines. They are steps toward embodying the Stoic ideal of living in accordance with nature and reason. Each practice helps carve a path, not only to endure life's challenges, but to thrive in the face of them, fostering a sense of contentment that remains unaffected by external circumstances and is anchored in inner tranquility. Stoicism teaches us that the essence of a fulfilling life is not found in fleeting pleasures or material accomplishments, but in the cultivation of virtue and the application of reason. It reminds us that each day is an opportunity to live out these principles and turn philosophy into action, whether by starting the day with a clear and focused mind, reflecting meaningfully on our experiences, showing gratitude for what we have, mentally preparing for life's uncertainties, or making deliberate choices that align with our values. We are constantly shaping our lives and characters in significant ways. Remember, the goal is not perfection but progress. It's about striving each day to bring our actions closer to our principles, to grow a bit wiser, a bit more composed, and a bit freer from the grip of uncontrolled emotions. This journey of transformation is ongoing, a path we walk daily, with each step bringing us closer to the Stoic ideal of a life well lived. Thank you for joining us at Exploration of Stoicism. If you found today's insights helpful, be sure to watch our next video, which you can find on your screen now, to continue delving into the profound wisdom of Stoicism. Together, let's cultivate a life of purpose and serenity.